The two circles. In every community, there are two kinds of circles: the friends who lift you up and the ones who pull you down. There was once a young person who belonged to both. On weekdays, they moved with a group that loved trouble. These friends thrived on daring stunts. They skipped responsibilities, mocked others, and turned small mischief into loud spectacles. When they laughed, it was sharp and reckless, the kind of laughter that made the young person uneasy. Still, they tagged along because belonging felt better than being left out. One of those friends once told them, "Life is short. If you're not breaking rules, you're not living." At the time, it sounded bold, even exciting. But in quiet moments, doubt crept in. The young person wondered, if this is living, why does it feel so heavy? On weekends, there was another circle, a quieter one. These friends spent afternoons studying, playing games that made them think, and talking about goals. They spoke about dreams of becoming professionals, of supporting their families, of building lives that mattered. They weren't perfect, but they respected each other. And when they laughed, it was warm, not cruel. In this circle, the young person felt safe, valued, and strangely lighter. Two circles, two worlds, and one person standing in between. The real test came one Friday evening. The troublemaking group gathered outside a small shop. One leaned close and whispered, "Let's sneak in. Nobody will notice. Free drinks, free fun." The others nodded eagerly, their eyes flashing with excitement. The young person's stomach twisted. A voice inside screamed, "This is wrong. Walk away." But another voice whispered louder, "If you say no, they'll call you weak. They'll laugh at you. Do you want to be alone?" And so, against their better judgment, they followed. The thrill lasted only minutes. Just as they were about to escape, flashing lights filled the night. Security had been watching. Panic spread like fire. Some ran, others froze. Shouts filled the air, and feet pounded the pavement. The young person managed to slip away, heart hammering, shame burning hotter than fear. That night, they lay in bed staring at the ceiling, every sound outside making them flinch. The question kept repeating in their mind, why did I let them drag me here? The next day, they dragged themselves to meet the other circle. Their steps were heavy, shoulders weighed down by regret. They expected judgment, mockery, maybe even rejection. But when they arrived, something unexpected happened. No one laughed. No one condemned. Instead, one friend noticed their silence and asked gently, "Are you okay?" Another offered them a seat, sliding a plate of food their way. Finally, one placed a hand on their shoulder and said softly, "You don't have to stay where you fell. We all make mistakes. What matters is what you do next." Those words cut deeper than any punishment. The young person felt something shift inside. They realized that one circle had laughed at their downfall, while the other offered a hand to rise. In that moment, a choice became clear. It wasn't easy. Slowly, they began ignoring the calls from the troublemakers. At first, the loneliness was sharp. The other group noticed the distance and mocked them for changing. They jeered, "So now you think you're better than us?" But the young person stayed firm. Each day spent with the supportive circle brought new strength, confidence, peace of mind, and a clearer sense of purpose. Weeks turned into months. The destructive circle spiraled deeper into reckless living. Some were caught again, and this time the consequences were harsher. Others drifted aimlessly, chasing thrills that left them emptier. Meanwhile, the supportive circle grew tighter. They helped one another through tough studies, cheered for each other's small wins, and encouraged one another when life got heavy. Their bond wasn't perfect, but it was real. Years passed. The two circles went separate ways. Some from the reckless group faced bitter outcomes, lost opportunities, broken trust, lives weighed down by regret. The supportive circle, however, carried each other through life's milestones, graduations, new jobs, family celebrations. They kept pushing forward together. The young person, now grown, often looked back on that turning point. The memory of flashing lights and mocking laughter was still vivid. But even clearer was the memory of gentle words. What matters is what you do next. 2 circles, 2 choices, and 1 decision that shaped the rest of their life. Moral of the story: the friends you keep can either lift you higher or drag you down. Choose wisely, because your circle today can shape your tomorrow. Subscribe for more inspiring stories.